here. As you can see, it's up 4.6% in the last 7 days. But I do want to discuss something. It seems like there's some interesting discussions happening inside of this community. So I thought I would share my thoughts on this. Anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Let's get straight into it. So as you can see, Casper is up 4.3% in the last 7 days. Pretty flat in the day, actually. Last 24 hours has been flat, down 9% in the last 14 days, 69% in the last year. 48 million market cap here, 1.9 million trading volume. Also, another thing that's interesting that we don't see with a lot of coins, the max supply is infinite, so they can create a max supply of coins. And this is going to be very important for the later part of the video, so definitely stick around to the end. Because if you look here at the market cap, you're going to see that the market cap of Casper at the all-time high peaked all the way up here, right? It peaked at about 696 million. We can round it up to 700 M. So 700 million with an M, right? Because sometimes when I say million, it might sound like billion, but yeah, 700 million on the market cap. And then as you can see with the price though, the price is showing that it's hit all the way at $1.33. And this is giving people a false sense of reality, because when it was at $1.33, that was the launch price. But obviously they have unlocked coins since then, and the market cap has never been congruent with a dollar inside of price, because at a dollar it'd be a $15 billion market cap. And it's just not happening right now. Or 15, well, not 15, yeah, 15 billion, almost a trillion, but yeah, it'd be at a $15 billion market cap at a dollar, and I don't see that happening for this right now, right? It is possible for certain coins to get up there just at this point inside of a bear market. Such a coin that's been down for a while, I don't think it'll do that right now, but it's an interesting coin for those of you that don't know about Casper. It's like all things blockchain, right? DeFi. They have a wallet, bringing the real world on chain. So think real estate and other different real assets being brought on chain. This is what a lot of different projects are trying to do: on chain financial assets, on chain real estate, parking industry. They have their own exchange, the Casper.trade exchange. They got their own bridge coming. They got staking, mining. So you see, they got stuff. Casper Guru probably going to be like a card thing. So they got a lot of different stuff going for them. You guys can check that out on your own time. But yeah, they got a little trading app here, and then they got their DeFi staking and all that good stuff. So it's pretty interesting though, because I'm seeing a lot of people that are super duper bullish on this, right? And actually, not a member of this channel actually recommended me to go over this, so I wanted to cover it. But as you can see here, CSPR update, I just saw someone calling for $75 CSPR. Now, let me just say how crazy $75 would be for something like this, right? That person mentioned it would be like a 1 trillion market cap. And they're not wrong. Multiply 15 billion by 75, you get 1.1 trillion. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. All right. So he then says that's over 1 trillion market cap. Not happening. Stretch target would be around 39 cents, which would be 6 billion market cap. And then he says my safer cycle top is 0.13 cents, which is 2 billion market cap. But let's be real, still has to break and hold 0.034, which is like 3 cents first, and 0.015 before that. We can't even sustain momentum at key levels, and people are already pricing in trillions. Let it prove itself first. It's obvious this account is looking for engagement, blah, 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 blah. And that's what a lot of people do. Like when you see these crypto influencers saying, oh, $75 soon, but they have no math and they have no technical analysis showing how it's going to get there, they're lying to you, literally lying to you. Because all you have to do is take the circulating supply and multiply it by your target price. Do you really think that this thing can get to 1 trillion in market cap when Bitcoin struggled to do it for the longest? And then when Bitcoin finally did it, it was like the world ended when Bitcoin dropped back down below that level. Bitcoin's only at 1.4 trillion in market cap. And there's people saying that Casper is going to get to 1 trillion and Bitcoin is barely at that. And then Ethereum can't even reach it right now. Ethereum at 274 billion, but this random coin Casper is supposed to do 1 trillion, right? And that's why you can't listen to everybody online. You can't listen to people. This guy, he's more sound and the ghost with the most. He's more sound on this. He says his safe cycle top is 2 billion. I still say that that's a little much. I would say maybe 1 billion. And looking at the price point, what 1 billion would get you, we can go ahead and find this out by taking the circulating supply. Let's say we get to 1 cent. So 158 million would be 1 cent. And then we can say maybe we get to 5 cents, 790 million. And then let's say maybe we get to 8 cents. And 8 cents, 1.2 billion. So maybe 8 cents, maybe 10 cents, right? 8 to 10 cents. 10 cents would be 1.5 billion. If you look at the Fibonacci's, you can kind of guess like where that would be at that point, and the Fibonacci's would not lie to us. So one level above the recent highs back inside of 2023, that would put it at 10 cents. So I would say if I had to make a price prediction for Casper, I would say 10 cents for the bull market high, right? And that is to say that, like, when you think about it, we're in a bear market, right? So I want to break this down to you guys. We're in a bear market, and if you look at Bitcoin, the bull market of Bitcoin, well, first the bear market of Bitcoin was all the way here, right? The bear market of Bitcoin went from from 2022 January, right? Well, really from November 2021 all the way down to January of 2023. So it's like it was like a year long, right? Somewhere around there, like a year long. If we look over here, it was actually approximately 364 days for the bear market. So if the bear market lasted 364 days, and then we start the bull market January 1st, 2023, we can see a year-long bear market would be in the books for us. So that means Casper should be bearish until the end of the year, right? Casper should be bearish until the end of the year and should start being bullish once the new year starts. And that should be when we start our new bull market, because the bull market that we were in was from January 1st, 2023, all the way up to October of 2025. So all the way through January of 2023, or all the way through 2023, all the way through 2024, almost all the way through to 2025. So literally a year and 3/4, or 2 years and 3/4, almost 3 years, right? So if the typical bull market lasts almost 3 years, then we can safely go back to Casper and assume that it would take it 3 years to top out, right? After the new bull market starts, which should be 2027. So if the new bull market starts in 2027, that means all of 2027, all of 2028, and 3/4 of 2029, we should reach the peak of Casper. Do you think Casper will reach 10 cents by 2029, the end of the bull market? Or do you think that Casper will reach, let's say, 20 cents or 30 cents? Because if we think about it, 20 cents, right? Well, you can do the math for that too. 20 cents would put us at 3 billion. If we say 30 cents at 4.7 billion. So I'm leaning more on what this guy said. He said 13 cents, 2 billion. So I think that's possible. I'll say 10 cents, which is like 1 billion, 1.5 billion. So 1.5 billion in market cap, I think, would be optimal for this if people picked it up, right? If people actually looked at it and they're like, yep, this is the coin that I want. This is the coin that I want to talk about. Like, everybody is looking at it on Twitter and talking about $75. Like, it's not just one person. Like, it's a lot of people talking about ridiculous price points. Like, yes, this coin has a lot that they developed and it's an actual project, but it takes a lot for people to pick up coins. There's so many altcoins out there, so many DeFi coins that people can pick. Why would they pick this coin? So they have to do something to stand out from the masses. Personally, I think 1 billion in market cap is crazy, but this project has already damn near gotten to that level. Like, if you look at it, at the peak of the last rally, this project got all the way up to, let's pretty much say, 700 million in market cap. So if it did 700 million, I would like to say, yeah, I think the other guy was right. Like 2 billion in market cap, 13 cents, maybe 3 billion, get up to 20 cents, right? So yeah, maybe 20 cents. Let's say 20 cents. because it already did 700 million, right? So maybe 3 billion market cap is not that far fetched. So yeah, that's my price prediction. But people have absolutely crazy targets, and you should not be believing these people. This guy says my target for Casper has changed. He didn't even say it right. He said my target for Casper have changed, right? Maybe put a targets with a S if you're gonna say have. That means multiple of them have changed, and no S if you're just gonna say uh has. Like you can be my target for Casper has changed. Look, I'm just being a keyboard warrior, right? That's all I'm doing is being a keyboard warrior. But look, it said change due to semi-expected drop. New targets are $10. Come on, $10. That's absolutely insane. That's literally the dumbest thing I ever heard. $23 and $76. I think this guy, well, his name's Trippy Hendrix, so he might be tripping on something. But yeah, it says prices at the bottom of the channel. It is, and it's not going to break out all the way to $10. Sorry, it's just not going to do it. And yeah, this thing has been sold off for the longest time, so I can't even give you guys a technical analysis. But what I can say is it's pretty much at the bottom of the percent R trend exhaustion, but it can stay down there for an extended period of time. So it might take a little while for it to actually start rising up. So I would be extremely careful with that. Right. And then you have some other people talking about more realistic targets. This person saying how Casper is showing a small bullish divergence on the weekly that usually leads to a relief rally. And I guess I can see if I can confirm this. So yeah, that is bullish divergence. You have this, which is higher highs on the MACD, right? Higher highs on the MACD here while simultaneously creating lower lows. That is pretty much what you would call bearish divergence, right? So yeah, I would agree that we do have bearish divergence on the chart for Casper. So I would say this guy's right, but I don't think it's going to be a big breakout. It's probably not going to be much at all because it's been going slow for a while. This guy says it's on the verge of explosive breakout, and once this coin hits $5, I won't tell you. I heard it here first. Like what type of technical analysis is this? Like I don't know where these people are getting their technical analysis skills from. What is this? Like okay, like you drew a trend line. Yes, it is below. It's going through a trend line. Okay, does it mean it's just gonna completely explode and go all the way up to $5? Like what is this? He just draws a line and says it goes all the way up there, right? That's equivalent to me being like, look, this Casper, this line go up. Watch line go up. Like that's literally what this guy says. Casper, line up. Like that's literally what it is. So you gotta be careful who you listen to on here. But let's see the other one. Accumulated 1.9 million tokens. Price targets are still $1, $20, then 76. Same guy. And then this is the same guy again, putting out ridiculous price targets, showing off his Casper balance. So I guess he's a Casper Maxi, which I won't fault him for that because it seems like a good project. But you gotta have realistic price targets. You gotta have realistic price targets. My best bet for this would be 20 cents. That would put it at a $3 billion market cap. So if it gets to 20 cents, $3 billion market cap at the peak of the next bull run, maybe leaning more towards 10 cents, which is $1.5 billion market cap. Let me know what you guys think about this though. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Check out the link in the description for Advantage 5, best DeFi trading platform out there. You can see that you can do some huge leverage on this up to 500x, and you can do 75x on Bitcoin. You can trade oil, you can trade stocks, you can trade crypto, you can trade Forex, and it's all DeFi. So you can go check it out. Link in the description. If you use the link in the description and use the discount code Marcellus, you can get 5% off of your trading fees and up to 15% as we get more people to join. So shout out to you guys. Check that out and check out the link in the description for Chart Prime best trading view indicators. And just to kind of show you what Chart Prime does, we can go ahead and pull up the 30-minute chart on Casper and see what Chart Prime is telling us for our short-term charts. So let's let this load up. As you can see, it's showing us that we're at an equilibrium price point right below it. That is correct, actually, because you can see how flat it is around here. Yep, and it actually just broke out of this right here, this is a descending channel. We just broke out on top of it, and you see chart prime drew all that, and it literally tracked all that. It's funny how while making this video, this just randomly happens. And then you also want to use some free indicators on top of that, like the percent R trend exhaustion. Whenever you see the short-term trend and the long-term trend pushing up at the same time, it's bullish. But if the short-term trend pushes up too high and the long-term trend does not follow it up, then you will see that short-term trend coming down, bringing the price down even further. That's pretty much what we see here. And then you see, boom, the breakout. We're going up here to the momentum wave bands on the percent R trend exhaustion. We got the premium price point here at the top of the momentum wave bands. We got the discount price here at the bottom of the momentum wave band. So if we see the price going down here, could be a good time to buy. But with the way this coin works, we see it keeps creating new bottoms over and over again. So I'm willing to bet if it does go down to the discounted price of 0.0028, then I would be looking closer to buying around 0.0026 because that's what Chart Prime is saying. So that's what I'm looking at. So anyways, this is all I got for you guys today. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this financial advice. Go ahead and become a member of the channel, only $9.99 per month. And you guys can request for me to go over any crypto, whether it's this or that. I don't care. As long as it's not some type of low cap scam coin, only $9.99 per month. And you can just keep giving me recommendations and I'll keep making videos on them. So shout out to you guys. As always, I'll be back with another video.